The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the big house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So Michigan's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's got his man. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and, David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Makes the grab. It's Morris. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Shem back there would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hold it. Offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope he gets better. No game.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football.
Yo, on m'entend là? J'ai pas mon casque, je parle avec mon micro. C'est le dernier gros match de la saison. Enfin, un gros match. On avait fait un gros match avec LSU. On va terminer avec un gros match avec Ohio State. Et ouais, donc je vois que le Stadium Pulse est le numéro 4. Je sais pas si je vais contre le numéro 1. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Ça va. Bon, allez, on continue. Je continue à jouer avec les freshmen. Je les ai laissés sur le terrain. Je me dis, ils ont fait du bon job. Donc, pourquoi pas contre Ohio, mais bon là on a merdé, là on a fait un fumble. Allez.
And still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, you dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down.
Bon, je vais jouer à fond en passe, hein, parce que j'ai pas envie que je pas encore le ballon sur un fumble. Parce que je joue avec beaucoup de freshmen qui n'ont pas les mains forcément sûres encore. Bon, je vais en passe.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It falls incomplete, and that'll...
Ça fait 2 fois qu'il me lâche le ballon comme ça de la même façon. C'est exactement le copier-coller là sur ces plays. Bon, je vais peut-être réussir à passer là. Je sais pas comment.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Line gets set, first down. Wide out in motion. Off play action on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Tate. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
The thing I like about... really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Running the option, it's Horvath. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback on the keeper. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. We just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Orji. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
1st down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Smith. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Thurman. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job on this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. The kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. To the air. It's Orji. Fires left. Pulls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it down and run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you've got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
On second down, he'll fire. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. From the one, it's first and goal as they try to open the scoring here. Snap in the shotgun. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Snagged in the middle, it's Klein. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right. to pass. It's Orji. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country.
All kinds of running room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. The back goes in motion. The touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll immediately call timeout. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it. He got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Michigan! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And now the hit knocks it loose. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to... There he goes to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Trying to find his man on first down. He makes a catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, When you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Horvath. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him in. Set up a big return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Tate.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the court.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, the offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job putting 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. You think you can't see them. These guys, they're 6'5", 6'6". They've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do it.
Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Plenty ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays. This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to throw, it's Orji. That pass is incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Using the quick game. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He makes it grab. Touchdown, Wolverine. And that one will give him the lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
He'll pull it on the read. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Horvath. He uncorks one deep. Fires into traffic, picks off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, man. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. A designed run for the quarterback. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. Fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Orji. got a man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quick strike complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is them.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Looking for a big play. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a man. It's Orji. He's got his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be, and these So this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. To the air, it's Horvath. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, looking for a man. Trying to get to him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Wants to throw. It's Horvath. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's going to pass. He finds his man. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Run it with the fullback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. This offense has a 2nd down play. Trying play action. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a catch and run for 6.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. on same page, gets the big touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Orji. Getting some heat. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. When you get this deep in the season and that 0 is still in the lost column, that target on your back just gets bigger and bigger.
And some people handle it better than others. We've seen some teams melt late in the season, and we've seen other teams thrive on it and embrace it. So this team so far has embraced it, and everything they've shown me, Jesse, throughout the regular season says that they're going to continue to embrace it and continue to play well.
Yeah, that's a great point, guys. They've got the target on their backs right now. They're not sneaking up on anybody the way they might have done earlier in the year when we didn't quite know who they were or what they're about. Everybody right now in the entire country, all of college football, knows that this team's for real. They've got to put it together now to close this season out strong.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.